start here. Hey guys, Chris here from Eve Exchange, and this is going to be part 2 of the first Eve University series, where we discussed kind of the basics of option trading, why you might want to trade options instead of perpetuals. And in this video, as promised, I'm going to show you guys how you can actually use Eve to accomplish that mission of trading options and earning money by creating options. Okay, so the first thing to notice is that when you sign in, like, it's all pretty straightforward. We have this like little interesting way of understanding what you want to do, right? So if you want to create a call option, this explains to you exactly what you're doing, right? You earn premium fees by creating options where you have the obligation to sell your tokens at a predefined price. You can purchase a call option. So like this gives you an idea of what the system can do and how to easily navigate to the area that you want if you don't necessarily know already. So anyway, let's just click on options trading. And we're presented with a basic interface here where you can, kind of has everything you need, right? So we're going to want to create an option. And in this video, I'm going to talk about creating options. And you create options to earn income from people who buy the right to either sell you assets or buy assets from you at a predefined price within a certain period of time. Okay, so you have two types of options you can write. You can write a call option or a put option. If you're writing a call option, you are agreeing to sell someone an asset in the future for a predefined price today in return for upfront premium. If you're writing a put, then you're agreeing to buy an asset off someone at a predetermined price in the future, and in return for that, they're paying you also a premium. So let's think about calls. So here we have the basic little box to enter all the things you need to enter to be able to create a call option. Okay, so you can write an option or sell any one of these tokens that are listed. You can also do custom tokens. So if you're going to do a custom token, you just copy and paste the token address, and you can write a options contract for any ERC20 token that's on Polygon. So very cool feature. It means that you don't need to get any type of approvals. You don't need to get any sort of whitelisting. You can literally just make a contract there, no issue whatsoever. If you do not have the tokens in your wallet, of course, you can't make the contract. So in this case, I have Eve in my wallet, so I'm going to make a options contract for Eve. We do get the current price from a Chainlink Oracle. So you can see this is the current price of Eve, and that should give you like an indication of where you should set your pricing. So I'm going to enter here the quantity I want to sell in the future, which is 1,500 Eve. I'm going to accept USDC, which is the only option in this case because we don't want to complicate it too much with so many different assets you could accept. So we'll probably add USDT. But I think it will pretty much just be the top 2 stablecoins that we use. Strike price, you could either use the current price if that's what works with your strategy, or you could price it literally any way you want. You could put a price that's higher than the current price or lower. It really depends on your strategy. But for today, let's say I'm going to make it slightly lower than the current price, which actually means that this option is technically in the money right now. So like if someone bought this options contract and I made the premium very low, they could in theory be already making a profit. But let's say I make the premium $10. The expiry period is how long the option is available for until it is no longer valid. So at the end of the expiry period, the option will either physically settle or the option will just expire worthless. So let's say, for example, you did not settle the option contract, or your person who bought it off you didn't settle. Well, then he doesn't have the right to settle anymore, and it's done. He doesn't get. He just basically paid you a premium for nothing. So this is an important thing to note when you're buying options, is that you literally must settle it before it expires. You only have the right to buy Eve for this particular price for the next 30 days, or whatever it says. I mean, you could put it for 1 day. You can put it for just 0 days and 1 hour. I mean, you can literally do anything with this. You could put half an hour. You can make almost binary options. Like it's very interesting, all the things you can do, and I think people just have to play around with it a little bit to understand the the power that the system actually has. But the standard periods for options are normally 15 days, 30 days, 60 days. But like I said, you could do one for 5 days, okay? So this option will expire in 5 days. It will expire in 5 days and 0 hours. I will then click submit. Here you could read about everything that you need to know and understand before confirming. Go ahead and click confirm, and then you wait for MetaMask. Then you see here, okay, that's my spending cap. There you go, I agree. Now it's going to start to post this trade. Now, once that trade is posted, someone can go and accept it, okay? And when they accept it, they're going to pay me that premium of 10 USDC. And once I have that premium, my tokens will get locked. So this 1500 ETH will become locked in the smart contract, and I will not be able to withdraw it for the entire 5 days. And during those 5 days, if ETH were to become in the money and a very profitable and interesting trade, the user could always send me the full amount that I'm owed, and he will get that ETH off me. Okay, so now we can see this trade has been created. We can view it on Polyscan, and you can see that actually has been still pending. But once it's confirmed, it will show up in the user interface, and we can then have it ready for someone to trade. That is how you make a call option, and it's very, very simple, not very complicated at all. Good way for you to earn income on assets which you think probably will go down in price. So we can go into more details on exactly how to define and how to trade and different types of strategies, but that's not really what this video is for. It's just to show you actually how to make a call option. So when you've made your option, you can manage your trade, okay? So really the only thing you can do, you can see the premium has not been paid, so you can cancel the trade. What that means is that the ETH that you deposited will just go straight back to your wallet. Now, if someone actually paid the premium, then your ETH will be locked until the option expires or they settle with you. So you can see in 4 days, this option is going to expire. So if no one takes this option from me today, the price just goes lower and lower, and it's linear. So I'll have another video about option pricing, but basically what you need to know is if, let's say you priced it at $4, every day that goes by, it will go down by $1. So at 3 days, the option price will go down and down and down until it reaches almost next to nothing. So the premium, it's constantly updated based on time, because the most important thing with an options contract is time. There's lots of different ways to price options. Well, I mean, really only 2 very popular ways, but in the case of ETH, we do very simple. It's just time. It's linear. So if you put, like I say, like $5, it will be, after 2 days go past, your premium will only be worth $3 more or less. So you can cancel your trade here even after 1 day. It doesn't cost you anything. You just spent maybe some gas in Matic to post the trade. Well, guys, that's how options work. And it's very straightforward. That's how you can write a call option. In my next video, I will show you how to write a put option. There's 2 types of options, as we discussed before, right? When you're writing them, you can write a call option or you can write a put option. Now, if you want to learn how to write a call, you can watch my other video. In this instance, I'm going to focus on puts. In a put option, you are agreeing to pay someone a fixed amount of money for an asset in the future, okay? So when you create a put option, you need to have stablecoins. Otherwise, you cannot create a put option. So essentially what you're buying is an underlying asset of someone. So like in this case, let's say ETH, or you can even put a custom asset. So any other token that exists, which is a very cool feature unique to ETH. So in this case, we're going to buy ETH. We're going to be settling with USDC. So I need to be able to deposit USDC to finance this trade and have that USDC available when someone wants to sell me that ETH in the future, okay? So the price oracle has pulled up the current price of ETH. So I'm going to put in here, let's say the current price. But you could put any price you want. Like if you want to buy ETH in the future for $100, you could write that option. It doesn't matter what price you put. It's really determined by your overall strategy. And I'm not going to get into what strategy you should use or not. You need to do your own research on that. I'm just going to show you guys how to use the interface. So here you're going to write the quantity of USDC that you have available to make this trade happen. Okay, so let's say 10, right? So you're going to put 10 USDC, and that is going to buy you this much ETH if the guy chooses to settle with you. So think about why he would want to settle with you, and the reason why he'd ultimately want to settle with you is if the price of ETH dropped. So if the price of ETH went to, let's say, 0.005, right? Well, then he would have a profitable option, and he probably wanna settle that with you. So he would then deliver you 1,385 ETH, and you would basically be paying him 10 USDC, which would be like 25%, 30% more than the price it's currently trading at. So he just made a really nice little profit there. The premium is the amount of money that you want to be able to give the guy this right in the future, right? So let's say 10 bucks. Again, if you watch my other videos, you'll learn a little bit about how you should price options, but we will eventually add a little feature that allows you to automatically calculate the theoretical premium you should charge. But for now, you have the freedom, and you always will have the freedom to write any premium you want. So this is a way to compete against other people who are writing options to either make a more attractive premium or maybe a longer option, or you have to look at your overall strategy. The expiry period is the amount of time that the person will have in order to close this trade with you. Okay, if they get to the end of the expiry period, let's say they bought this option today, and in 30 days they don't settle with you, it just expires. Okay, you get to keep the premium, you get your coins back, and that's the end of the trade. But if he's in the money and he does settle with you, the smart contract will automatically give him the USDC that you've locked in the contract. Okay, so here we look at everything, and we make sure we're happy, and we just click confirm, and then we go into MetaMask, and you can see I have actually no USDC in that account, so it's not going to go through. But that's how it works. It's very, very, very simple. Not really complicated at all. And I think the biggest complication you need to understand is how to craft or how to write your trade. There's a lot of things to understand with options, and I think that's probably why they're not so incredibly popular crypto, because people struggle to get their head around puts and calls and writing and trading, and it can be fairly complicated. It's not as easy as just buying a perpetual, but it's a much better product to trade, and it's also a great product to earn income from. So at Eve, we're really trying to educate people on how to use options for different types of trading scenarios, and I think with some time, they will become as popular in DeFi and crypto as they are in TradFi, which is by far the most popular trading product. So thank you guys for watching. If you have questions, you can check out the Telegram group and ask your questions there. And I'm happy to take suggestions for videos. If you like this video, please subscribe, because we will be creating more useful content as the days continue.